Nothing will stand in our way.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I will finish what you started.
Who are you? I'm no one.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
The Force. It's calling to you.
My Nerd World.
Just let it in.
It is my nerd world, and welcome to it. I am your host, Jon Justice, and I just got home from seeing The Rise of Skywalker. This is my spoiler-free instinctive reaction with a little bit of time to process this film, and I'm honestly completely overwhelmed by the entire experience. I'll save a bulk of my commentary about the movie for the full My Nerd World show coming up this weekend, probably be up sometime on Saturday. I hope to have it out tomorrow. I'm going to see the film again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I loved this movie. I really did. And I need to take some time to process it. But my instinctive reaction and the thing that I wanted to say right up front is Star Wars can be whatever it wants to be. And, you know, we've talked a ton on this show just about all the discourse, and I'm not going to get into all that because I don't care. But this was an amazing film. The culmination of all of these, you know, over 40 years of this Skywalker saga, a story that I've been following, that I've been a fan of since I was 5 years old. I've been following this for 42 years, and this was an incredible wrap-up to that saga. Is it different? Absolutely it's different. Is it like previous Star Wars films? No, not really. Is that okay? Yes, it's absolutely okay. This is an amazing trilogy. All three of these trilogies are incredible in their own way, and this movie packs a lot in it, and I love it for that. The complaints that the film is clunky in the beginning and then smooths out later on, I don't have those complaints. I love what they did, what JJ and Chris Terrio did with the pacing at the start of this movie to get us into the story and not waste any time with laying the groundwork for the tale that's going to be told. And I honestly, and I'll get into it more this weekend, I know it's going to be controversial, but I love all the decisions that were made. And I do agree with those decisions. You know, and as I mentioned before, I view these films as historical documents more than anything else. This is what happened in the story. And I kept that in mind going into this film, knowing that there might be some things that happened that perhaps wasn't what maybe I wanted to happen, but seeing it play out on screen, I'm glad that it played out the way that it did. And there were many moments when this film could have tripped itself up, could have screwed up the slightest little thing, because you got to do this knife-edge balance if you're going to be closing off all of these 9 films. It's a very delicate line between being poignant and relevant, and then crossing over into cheesy, over-the-top fan service. People were complaining this movie's filled with fan service. I didn't get that. I saw a Star Wars film that had Star Wars things in it. And I really loved it. And it was an amazing experience. I had, my stepmom was there. I had my father to my left, who came in from California, who took me to go see A New Hope when I was 5 years old. I had my 13-year-old son to my right, and then my wife, my 17-year-old son, and his girlfriend. And it is an experience that I will never forget. And it was as memorable as seeing the first Star Wars, A New Hope, for the first time. I hope that you have, you know, a quarter of the experience that I had watching this film. And I cannot wait to get in the theater to go and see it again. It was absolutely incredible. I'm so happy. I love Star Wars so much. And I really hope you guys enjoyed it too. And I can't wait to hear from you in the coming days, as you guys go out and see it and hear your thoughts. Email me, talkshownerd@gmail.com, or leave a comment up on YouTube. And again, the full show will be coming this weekend, and the full video version that'll be up on YouTube as well. But as I said, I wanted to give my spoiler-free reaction, and I thought it was amazing. And as I suspected it was going to do, it rounded out this trilogy and complemented, in my opinion, it complemented The Last Jedi in a lot of different ways. And we'll get into it because there's some controversies there, and I think that there's, it's going to be a lot of it's going to be based on perception and how you look at certain things that were said and what the intention was. I'm fine with those decisions that were made, especially when it came to the things that related directly to The Last Jedi, and I love that movie. I don't know where I rank it, and I don't want to rank it. Right now, it's my favorite Star Wars movie, but that could change, right? So right now it is, because I just saw it and I want to go see it again. It's the only Star Wars movie I want to watch. And as I always say, the rankings for the films, they ebb and flow with me. But I can't wait to hear from you. I'm going to keep it short, like I said. I got family waiting because my dad and my stepmom are staying in my room, and that's where I go and record the podcast. So I'll be back here in the next few days with a full spoiler-filled show, and hopefully some reaction from you and your thoughts as well. One last thing before I let you go, and I mentioned it on the podcast earlier this week. There's one more day to vote for Embark in the Tail Flick contest. Now, I just want to mention something, and I mentioned this earlier, right? If everybody that listens to this show right now goes and votes, I will win. I know that, especially now based off how the voting is going. But right now I'm in 8th place out of 40 books. It doesn't require anything from you. You do not have to register. You do not have to log on. All you have to do is go to TaleFlick, TALE Flick.com, and on the homepage is the contest, and scroll down. You will see Embark by Jon Justice, and just vote. That's it. It's simple. And if every single one of you guys that listens to this right now goes and does that, I can win this contest. And the grand prize is the opportunity for me to pitch my story in front of producers and directors in hopes of making it into a major motion picture. So please go to TaleFlick.com. The voting is one more day on Friday. That's it. So when you listen to this, while you're listening to it, please, TaleFlick.com and go and vote. All right. Hey, thanks for listening, guys. I'll be back in a few days. Can't wait to hear what you thought of the movie. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was incredible, and I cannot wait to get back into the theater tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. to watch it again. Talk to you guys in, about 24 hours or so. May the Force be with you.
The Force will be with you, always.
My Nerd World.